Good morning, outdoor friends. Tom Waterhouse here from TW Outdoors with just a thought for Monday, June 26, 2017. You know, growing up as a kid here in Erie, Pennsylvania, I was blessed that my grandfather, my uncle, was big into the outdoors. My dad didn't like to fish, but he liked to hunt. And two of my uncles, one that just recently had passed, he was also big into the hunting at the time when I was growing up, never into fishing. He got into fishing when things have slowed down for me a little bit, just for the fact with work, kids, and everything else. And obviously, last few years we've really been getting back into it. But I was blessed. I mean, when I was a kid, we used to go running the dogs, get them ready for rabbit season. We would go out during the summer and run to train them, get them used to the scent of a rabbit, to have them jump some rabbits, get them ready for that, rabbit season. Spend time hunting. We were fishing all the time, like with my uncle, my one uncle, the younger one. He loved to steelhead fish and trout fish. He eventually got into walleye fishing and really enjoyed that. Used to go with him on his boat, my grandfather's boat, of course. And as a kid, it was great. We didn't when I was growing up during the 80s and part of the 70s and 80s, we didn't have the high-tech electronics. I mean, when our electronics at the time was like the Texas Instruments TI-99A was the computer, was big back then, or starting in the late 80s, got into the clones, IBM clones. Atari was big during this, but we spent a lot of times in the outdoors. As a kid growing up, I was outside all the time. And then whenever I had a chance, because I was so close to Presque Isle Bay, I could get there either by walking or on my bike. I would go fishing for bluegills, just for fun, and let them go down at Presque Isle Bay, down by the head. And then after school during the falls, I would go as much as I could. My mom would drop me off at Walnut Creek above Route 5 at the tunnels. I would go on Dutch Road and fish that area from the trestle all the way down to the tunnels for steelhead. Dove hunting, back then we were allowed to hunt the railroad tracks that were between 18th Street and 23rd in my neighborhood, off of on Peninsula Drive. We would walk all the way to Powell Avenue. But now today, these kids, I don't know what it is. You see less and less kids involved in fishing, hunting, camping. It's like, I understand it's the technology age, but I like the technology too. But at the same time, I still have a deep, deep passion for. Is it because both parents have to work today? Society is a rush, go, never stop type attitude, that people don't have time to stop and smell what I call smell the roses and enjoy life and get out and hunt and fish? Is it nobody has the time to teach their kids because of that as well? I'm trying to put a pinpoint on it, but to me, the kids today are being cheated by not having that opportunity to get out, to be educated, be taught how to fish, how to hunt, and give them the opportunity to experience and enjoy the great outdoors. I don't know. Leave, post your comments down below. Shoot me a comment or two. Let me know what you think a lot of the problem is today. My other thing that I believe is also to it is people, because of both parents have to work, because people cannot afford to do these activities. The incomes, in my opinion, in this country are so low and everything is so high that statistically it's being shown and proven that people are having trouble affording a 2-bedroom apartment to rent because they can't afford it on the wages that they're making. And they want to keep raising the minimum wage. And I don't fault nobody for trying to make a living. But if you keep raising their minimum wage, there's going to come to a point everything's going to keep going up. Or employers are going to find ways to eliminate those jobs so they don't have to pay those higher wages. So people are going to be out of work anyways, and do it without a personnel. So just like when you go into, like a lot of these convenience stores, you go in and place your order for food, and it's all done on touchscreen. So instead of somebody punching your order in, you're doing it yourself now. So boom, right there, bam, it eliminates a job. Came back when I was a kid. When I was 16, minimum wage for me was $2.35 an hour. And even as it progressed a little bit, like the $3.35 and stuff like that, it seemed like more toys then, and able to do more stuff then than even now. It's hard. I mean, I'm doing them, but to me, it's harder, more of a struggle. Well, of course, I'm a single dad with 2 awesome kids, so that itself is a challenge. Being a single dad, which I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love my kids. My kids are awesome and do good in school. They're career driven, so they got a good head on their shoulders. It's just, you want the best for your kids, but things weren't as expensive, so it was easier to do things and to get things. Where now everything's so elevated, and you're not, you're getting less. Like I noticed that with fishing gear. I go buy less now than I did years ago, and you're doing everything you can to preserve what you have to make it last longer. It's just because, 1, the products are more money. 2, everything's costs a lot more, so you don't have the ability to spend like you used to on fishing gear. Reduced to it, or the parents today, they just don't have the time, and it's sad. And it's a great way to keep the kids out of trouble, off the streets. Not being in front of the electronics all the time. Not saying that's a bad thing, okay? But it's nice just once in a while to put them down and just enjoy nature. So that's my just a thought for today. Hey, friends, and also check out for more in-depth coverage of learning how to fish, because believe me, I don't know everything. I'm still learning. There's things I know, there's things I don't know. And check out Gene Jensen, the Flukemaster. I'll put the link on here and even down below. Check him out. He's out of the South, big into largemouth bass fishing. Check him out. He's teaching the world to fish. Like I said, leave me some comments down below to let me know what you think. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you watching another episode of TW Outdoors. Just a thought. I'm Tom Waterhouse.